What's up, everyone? You are listening to the first, Sarah,
ever
Rival and Queen All Talk edition. I'm Ashley.
And I'm Sarah. I'm just going to interrupt right off the get-go, though.
Sure.
It's not officially our first. It is officially, but we have had one other episode, just you and I.
Oh, yeah. But
just
this
once.
is like the new.
Oh, no, this is the official
This is like
launch.
the official day of the new.
Ashley, tell us about it.
Anyway, so once a month, Sarah and I are going to dive into topics and things going on in our lives for our own episode, just to kind of chat with each other.
This is a grand experiment, so we're excited. We hope you guys like it, and you can let us know what you think. And, give us some love on this first one.
Absolutely.
Be patient with us,
please. And we want to hear from you. So if you do like it, let us know. You can find us pretty much anywhere at Rival and Queen. And if you do like this and other episodes, don't forget to give us a review and let us know what you think wherever you listen to your podcast.
We love that. And check us out on YouTube, because I'm just going to keep pumping Ash. She's been making vlogs. God love her. I've had nothing to do with it. She's the vlog queen.
I mean, we like to document things and find them entertaining ourselves. So we just want to share them with all of you.
I'm so excited for this episode to just be you and I for a change.
Me too. We love it.
My mom's here in spirit in the other room listening.
And we have Mark, our producer. It's just nice to kind of be together tonight. It's fun. So Sarah, I want to start by saying that I didn't wake up I woke up physically out of my bed, but I didn't mentally wake up to about 2 p.m. today.
Okay, I was so happy when I read our show notes that you put something in their sleep, because I fell asleep after 3:35 last night, and I had to pick my dad up.
Why so late?
Just laying in my bed.
Oh my God, I don't know how you do it.
Well, no, I don't know either. And it happened twice last week. So tell me, what happened to you?
Well, so my eye was really itchy last night. All day yesterday, like super itchy. I couldn't stop scratching it. So my friend Laura, who's an eye doctor, I texted her and I was like, should I be concerned? It's not red, but I want to rip it out. So she said, sounds like just a bit of an allergy thing going on. Take a Claritin or put a cold compress on, like you'll be all right. So I took a Claritin, which I maybe have taken one in my life because I don't have allergies.
Okay.
And I then a few hours later took a melatonin, which isn't unusual for me. I take melatonin all the time, but I don't know if that was some weird concoction of
I know. I'm wondering, is this is a new mix for you? Okay.
But also maybe they were non-drowsy Claritin. I don't know. Anyways, I could not wake up this morning. I woke up at 7, then I woke up at 8, then about 8:20, I forced myself to get out of bed. I was like in a fog until I went to Costco, which I don't even want to talk about.
I don't want to hear
that. Woke me up. That was a terrible experience. But so what were you doing? Just reading, working?
So I monitor my habits a lot. I think just because I'm psycho. But no, because there's things I do that I know aren't good for me. And things like watching TV at night. I would never watch TV before bed. If I do, I'm in a bad habit because it keeps me up and I just end up staying up too late. And I have weird dreams because I think I'm in the TV show. And last night I was playing a game on my phone, and then I think but not even late till 10:30. And then it just, I never play games because I
just know you play games.
I don't, but you know what game I got? And I'll tell you this because Mark will appreciate this. Do you remember? I'm terrible at video games. I've never played any of them. I don't like them.
Snood.
Except I don't even know what that is. But do you remember on the original PC, the games that used to come on it?
Yes.
There was Chips Challenge. Do you remember this? I'm looking at Mark, our producer. Did you have one?
Yeah, we had it. I didn't have that.
And then there was a mouse one, but this mouse one has an iPhone version and it's only a few levels and it's just nostalgic. And somehow I got onto this the other day. Someone was telling me about it and then I was like, I'm going to play this. And anyways.
We may have had it on our computer, but my brother probably wouldn't have let
people.
Me play it. I had Freddy the Fish, Arnold Palmer Golf, Nickelodeon Studio.
Oh no, this is it came with the computer.
No, these ones came with the computer too.
Oh, then I'm not well versed.
We don't know what's happening.
All right, Ashley, we had the most incredible weekend.
We had an eventful weekend, Sarah. It was a lot.
We did so much. I was exhausted. That's why I'm so surprised I stayed up all night last night because I was so exhausted. Saturday night. I passed out and slept for 12 hours.
Well, we kicked it off with a really fun safe concert at the Hotel Marriott here in Halifax with Dave Sampson, which I was expecting to be fun. Dave is awesome. Knew it would be just like a nice environment and experience, but it exceeded my expectations. I felt like it was just way better than what I thought.
Yeah, it was nice for us to be able to actually go to a concert right now.
100%. But to actually, so you buy your table and your group max 10 and you sit, but you also were able to order food and drinks ahead of time, which was kind of cool.
You can't get up from your table.
You can't get up, yeah, or you have to wear your mask. But it was nice actually sitting and enjoying a concert at a table that drinks and food were delivered to you.
Right.
You didn't have to stand in a crowd or kind of be bombarded and then go and wait in a lineup to get drinks, you know?
I will agree, not waiting for drinks was good, but I really like the crowd.
But I mean, in this
bombarded. But it was good. It was good.
Yeah.
In a world of not being able to go to concerts,
it was awesome.
This was really nice. And my other thing about that, Dave's been on the podcast, but his new music isn't out yet, and so that's why I love the show so much, because his new stuff is freaking incredible. And it's just like, I was happy to be able to listen to it again, because I haven't been able to hear any of it since we heard him play this summer. So shout out to Dave Sampson. We love you. We can't wait for the new songs to come out.
And we of course indulged in too many Luvos and too many Blue Lobsters. And then we had to wake up and go to Wigs and Waffles,
which I will say is just a hilarious place to go hungover.
Oh yeah. So you're in a dark bar, essentially, like literally pitch black, Sarah, like a theater. They have a kind of,
yeah, it was like being
theater.
it was like broad daylight, but it felt like you were in a bar in the middle of the night. It was amazing.
Oh, it was so fun, so entertaining. But I'm with you. I felt okay. I felt a little tired, but then I started to feel worse as the show went on. I think that the mimosa was a bad idea, the sugar and the alcohol.
Oh my God, yes.
No. Anyway.
No, I've never been to a drag show before. So for me to actually see all, like,
it was me either. That was both.
Trinity Fox, Rachel, and Brooke Rivers, House of Rivers. They looked incredible, and they make all their costumes. I was impressed. Like, they look phenomenal.
So good. And the amount of effort that goes into the costumes and the dance and the hair changes, everything.
Oh my God.
It was so cool.
I think if you haven't been to a drag show, you should go.
Yes. I think it's not something I didn't want to go to before, or did. Like, I just
didn't know it existed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now that I've gone, I'm like, this is so much fun. The music is dope. The dancing is so fun. And I can only imagine in the future, hopefully not too
if you
far,
weren't hungover.
If you weren't hungover and it wasn't COVID, that you could actually be like dancing and more involved. That's in my mind. Like, we would be up there dancing with them.
I would love to do that. We're actually going to get them on the podcast at some point. So that will be, can't believe their makeup. Yeah, it was awesome. Yeah. And then the other thing, we had a very big Saturday. So we went to the House of Rivers, and then we went to the new store that opened.
Oh yeah, Ivory Sheep.
Ivory Sheep. And I bought a red tutu.
Yeah, she
skirt.
did.
And I just I'm looking at our producer, Mark, right now, because I just wanted him to
repeat it again. A red tutu skirt.
I'm so excited. It's is a foot off my body in all directions.
Yeah, all Christmas.
But I actually wanted to buy this shirt. There's a shirt, and I hope someone buys it and wears it out to dinner. It looks amazing. I'm going to post pictures of it on the Rival of Queen. It looks amazing. Our producer's looking really crazy. But I love Ivory Sheep. Like, honest to God, they have the funniest, super fun clothes.
Yeah, it's so fun. We got some fun goods.
And coming from the drag show, it was perfect, because I was inspired for just to amp up my look.
To be your extra.
To be my most extra self.
I love that. So then we decided after we went there, Sarah, that we would, we didn't decide. We had to go and pick up our wine.
Yeah, I don't know if everyone knows this. We've made a
Grand Reserve.
The Rival and Queen Grand Reserve wine, which is coming out.
It's a blend, a red blend.
Californian.
One of a kind.
I don't know where these accents are coming from or what's inspiring them. I'm terrible at accents.
I have no idea. But the funny thing is,
for 5 minutes today, and I was going to tell you this, I did speak in an Irish accent in my house just to practice one.
Really? I love to do
a British accent.
And I started watching The Crown. I started watching The Crown just yesterday. And now I feel very proper and British.
I'm sorry, was that your British accent?
No, I don't want to do it because
I know I'm scared I'm going to offend someone, but I can say the word grand.
Grand.
Oh, that's grand.
Oh, grand. Okay, so we have made some grand reserve, which we did. But I was speaking of being tired. We were just talking about that, and I can't function when I'm tired. I've really came to this conclusion. If I'm a little hungover, but if I'm mostly hungover and tired, it's not safe for me to be on the road. Like, I know this. I just am delayed. And I remember just saying to you, just take me with you. I can't drive today. Just take me along. And you did. So we bopped over and got our wine.
We bottled our wine.
We bottled our wine, bopped over to bottle our wine.
For any of our friends out there, we hope you just look forward to that in your stocking this Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we only have like 40 bottles and we're saving.
We drank one.
So less than 40 of our closest friends.
We must store one bottle of the cellars there for next year. It's a special bottle.
A special blend. I'm very excited. Yeah, we had, and then we still did more. Like, we just had an adventure Saturday. And here's what I loved about it. I feel like we haven't, in the summer, you're so busy that we haven't had time to literally just spend an entire night and day together and just go from one adventure to the next.
Oh, it was so fun.
The whole time I was wearing a sequin skirt also. Just
we were decked out from the Wigs and Waffles still. Like, I hadn't been home all day.
No.
But it was so fun. And it's so crazy because it's almost the end of November.
I know. But I know we talked about this. We talked about Christmas is coming, and I'm very excited for Christmas, but I'm still loving fall right now.
Same.
I'm not ready.
I'm trying. This is why I want to even talk about it with you, because you're saying that and I'm thinking that, but I feel like there's something we need to do to flip the switch. I don't know what it's going to be.
Do you know what's going to?
Mariah Carey?
Oh, it's going to be music. Do you know what? Actually, I bought a pack of Christmas cards today because I have to send, spoiler, Amy Doherty a Christmas card in Australia and a package, and it's already not going to be there on time. Oh, so that's going to be like, I have to wrap.
You can give it to me.
I just don't think you'll enjoy the things in it.
I already know some of the things. I won't say them, but I think they're good. So I mean, anyway. I know it's kind of, people have asked me, have you started shopping? Like, blah, 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 blah.
Maybe when we finish recording, we'll put on Mariah Carey and that'll get us in the mood.
I did go into HomeSense on the weekend.
Mark is so upset.
I will stand on this chair and dance. But I did hear Christmas music when I was out, and that made me go like, I know. I feel the same way. We need to turn.
Okay, we got to turn the tide.
Get ready because it's going to be here and it's going to be gone and we'll be sad.
Okay, if anyone's listening, please send us all your tips for us to get in the holiday cheer. We need to start. I was like this last year though, because I remember I never made any Christmas cookies in November, and then December 1st came and I panicked because I make something like 500 to 1,000 cookies every Christmas because I give them to people, and so you can't do that in a weekend. Like, you have to plan. Mm-hmm. And I probably bake 150 cookies a session to 200.
That makes sense. A couple of batches. Anyway, we're going to turn the corner.
This weekend.
Holiday cheer.
This weekend.
I'm putting up my decorations this weekend. It's happening.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Let's get ready for the holidays. Oh, speaking of the holidays, I did have one question for you that I thought of in advance.
Ooh.
And it has nothing to do with the holidays, to be honest, but it has to do with the end of the year. As we're approaching the end of the year, the end of this year, and we're going to get into our full holiday cheer within 7 days, folks. Stay tuned.
November.
Get us amped.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you did that was new this year that you really adopted into your life? I was thinking about that today.
That's a heavy question.
I know. Okay. But I was reflecting, I was looking at our show notes and I was thinking oh my gosh, it's almost the end of the year. And I was like, what am I is there anything new that I tried this year?
Well, I think that you'll agree, in our whole life, this has been the weirdest year ever.
I did have one other. I'm just joking.
Back in 2002, I think that's part of it is you now have such a different perspective, I think, and appreciation for things at times, like traveling. That's just first thing coming to mind, or seeing people during those times when we were kind of all more separated.
Yeah.
That was really weird. So I feel like I I don't know what I did differently. I mean, staying inside for 2 weeks was different or whatever.
Right.
Like that was definitely a different thing. But now I think I appreciate things differently, and like going out in public to, like even to that concert was just like such a treat. Like it made you kind of
we were
just
so
reflect.
excited for that concert.
Yeah. And look forward to hopefully things in the future that now when I go on my next trip, it's going to feel 10 times, I think, more special.
Who was I talking to about this the other day? And they kind of mentioned that they actually really liked the pause that they got.
I think everyone liked it
a little bit. Yeah, they just thought it was a good like reset to be like, they were like, yeah, this is like a good reset for my life, to just realize like, oh, this is crazy. I'm busy all the time. So that is a nice perspective. Did you try any new habit? I'm just like, I genuinely don't know. Like, did you do any new things?
I don't think new completely in my life. I started like meditating and journaling more. I think I've tried it before, but it clicked for me, the purpose and the reasoning. It's not like you're sitting quietly and you're going to go into this like magical, mystical place. I think that's what I thought. Like when you sit and you meditate, you're just like, your brain shuts off and you're just like at peace. That's not really what it's like. Always.
It's definitely not.
It's different every time. And I think I just learned to accept that like some days I'm like, I'm going to let my brain just go. But if I just need to let it go and be wild for 10 minutes, then whatever. Then the next time you do it, it's different. I don't know. Let go of different expectations. I think you
became a golfer this year too, though. Like less seriously. Like I just genuinely think you.
Why didn't you say that?
Because I just thought of it. I was like,
thought of it too. You're right. I can hit the golf ball okay, but not well. But like I can hit it.
Like I think you would go play golf all the time now, every summer. I think it's officially a sport of yours.
I think you're right. Okay, so I actually ran into someone just that works on my floor that I know, and I had a call with her, and she was talking about surfing. She said, "I love surfing. I can't stop thinking about surfing because there's this huge culture around surfing." She's like, "I love it so much." And in my mind, I actually said to her, I was like, that's kind of how I feel about golf. That it's something new you do and you just want to get better. And you want to like keep doing it so you can get better.
I love that.
What about you?
Not golf. And I thought it would maybe be golf, but it's not. Like that. Not just because I split my time between golf and sailing. So it's just.
But what's something like.
But no, here's what I found this year that I really liked. That was new for me. I went to an energy worker and I was into it. Like I've never done that before. And I friggin' loved it.
Okay. So tell us, we know about, I know about human design, like Reiki, like what's the difference?
Oh no, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah. This is why we have the podcast, guys, because I just like things and find them and know nothing about them.
Okay.
So energy work. This chick that I go to, her name's Lisa Malcolm. She's based in Halifax. Really like her. She does it remote. Again, Ali talked to us about this on the Reiki episode. Like not everyone's into like remote healing. I'm okay with it. So that's all good. I believe the energy is all around us. Your energy is here. My energy is here. Our energy is. If you're watching the video of this, my hands are waving around like a magician. She did like a lot of like blocks. I don't know. She like would go into your energy feelings. Like I can see these things.
So you just lay there and she speaks to you.
At the end, like she's not even talking to you during it. She's on like
you just lay there.
Yeah, adventure.
But can you feel anything?
I could.
Or like, are you picturing things?
No, I could feel things.
Interesting.
I just thought it was cool. Like it's something I knew nothing about. I've gone twice. Just like a new thing that I think I'm going to keep using in my life.
Okay, I'm into it.
Like like it would be like the time I adopted osteopath.
Osteopath. Okay.
I think that's my thing. I don't think I didn't get to the shooting range, which was what I wanted to do, start skeet shooting. So not this year, but next year.
No. I think, I don't know. Maybe there's a few things we can cross off our list.
We can still get there. I almost have my boat license.
Amazing.
I mean, it's not that hard. I just have to write things down. I'll be like everyone else. Okay, I have a story I have to tell you, and this has been on my mind all weekend. I can't wait.
You dropped me like a hint, but I want to hear the whole story.
No, and I just wanted to share it here.
I just got like cozier in my chair.
I know.
Tell us the story.
With the podcast, group because we love you guys. We love our listeners. And so many of our good friends listen as well. So this is just like story time a little bit. And it's not my best moment, which is why I wanted to share, because I think so much of what we talk about and who we talk to is like about how to be our best selves and like get better. But sometimes you're not your best self. And this is one of my moments.
You typically recognize it when you're not, because you'll tell me, you're like, I did something bad.
Terrible. And like you can, but you know that feeling when you're watching yourself do something and like you're just like, this is a bad idea. I shouldn't do this. This is terrible. I shouldn't do this. And then you just watch yourself do it. And then it, as expected, you feel terrible and it plays out terribly. So let's rewind. I'm glad we set this story up well through some of the topics that we talked about here tonight. So let's rewind to Friday night. We've had a few Blue Lobsters at the Dave Sampson concert. You know what? I'm just going to blame all of this on Dave Sampson. This is where this is going to go. Okay. So check out his new music because it's unreal. And also this is his fault. So we had a few Blue Lobsters and some Lubo. We love Lubo, as you guys know. And so I'm seeing this, I'm dating someone, you know, after all of Ashley's coaching.
I've never met him. Which is also
no. We've gone a couple days. He's a nice, super nice guy. Anyways, but I was just in like a difficult mood Friday, and here's what I've processed this so much since. But I'm not going to tell you how I processed this. I'm just going to tell you what I did. So I'm just in a mood.
She's drunk.
I'm drunk. Home. In bed, and he's like sent me a message like, is everything okay? And like, well, actually maybe everything's not okay. And then I was just like, I had been wanting to talk to him about something. And again, this is like, I don't think he'll listen to this, which is why I'm sharing this, like an early stage when you're just getting to know someone. So it's like weird to talk about things sometimes when you're like dating, because it's not really an environment where you're talking to like someone you don't know that well about thoughts. I don't know. Maybe this is why I don't like dating or do terribly at it.
So sometimes. What do you mean? You don't want to talk about thoughts?
No, I just mean like at an early stage, like you can't really, it's not a relationship. Like it's not my like you boyfriend. Don't know it's not
the environment in which
you kind of just have to live in not insecurity and uncertainty for a while. I think that's fair to say, for a period of time when you're just dating, you truly don't know someone. There is just a level of like someone will bring it up eventually. Well, no, I'm not talking about being someone's boyfriend or girlfriend.
No, someone will bring it up eventually, like just to talk about something more in depth.
Yeah. So the thing that I wanted to talk about, I'm doing a terrible job of explaining this, was like, you know, we've seen each other a bunch of times. Like, should we be hanging out more often? Like rather than every like 10 days? Yeah. Like and not particularly strong feeling on either way. But instead of just saying that, I was annoyed because he was like not picking up on this in my mind, and like I'm drunk, right? So I think like somehow he should be able to read my mind. And so immediately, this is the thing I did that I watched myself do. I was like, what would be the one thing I could say that would get under his skin and give him a rise? And I think this is a power that women have. And maybe men do too.
Superpower that you have.
But getting a rise out of people? Oh my God. So this is what I'm saying. It's like, this is what I was watching myself doing. I was like, I know the one thing I could say to this guy right now that would make him so upset. And then, do you know what I did?
Tell us.
I texted him that. That's what I did. I sent him the one thing that I knew would like get under his skin and just like kill him. And
and how did that go?
Terribly. So then I just end up in this long text string, slightly drunk, and then I just am angry for no reason, go to bed thinking I'm right, but like I knew as I was going to bed, like, oh, I'm gonna regret this in the morning. So then I wake up obviously at 8 a.m. and I'm like, oh my God, what did I do? And then I knew that this was going to go so poorly that I put my phone on airplane mode so that no notifications or messages could come through because I couldn't stand to read them. So then I spent the next 2 days basically
But also, was this a telltale tale of if this person was right moving forward?
Yeah, I think it was kind of like was trying to figure out like, is this going anywhere, or is this just like
was it a helpful argument or one that went back?
Well, I'm going to tell you, I left the weekend feeling like, well, that's over.
So you left it for you spent the last few days, sorry, I cut you off.
No, I think it's interesting to see how much time you and I spend like working on bettering ourselves, or just like, you reflect and you do these things to be like a better human sometimes. And then you still watch yourself do those little things. I think we all have this capacity where you just know you can be a little shit. Mm-hmm. And
I think you're just braver than me, because sometimes I think these things.
No, it's a terrible idea.
But I don't say them. And sometimes I wish I did.
But I had figured out after the weekend, after not being drunk, that if I just had the patience to wait for a moment when I wasn't drunk, I could have just said what I wanted instead of
or just went to bed.
I'm going to pick a fight with you. And instead of just picking a fight, I'm going to think of the one thing that's going to upset you and just like hurt.
I won't say what that is, but I'm dying to know.
Well, actually, it wasn't even bad, but I knew this would kill him. It just told me he had bad manners. Oh. Like nothing, like nothing bad, but it was just like, that would be my most offensive thing, because I'm very into manners. Oh, really? Okay. Oh. You just put your biggest button out there.
That is like, I'm sorry. I will put this out there as a PSA for everyone that like, I'm judging you on your manners.
And so I will say,
you might not get on.
Here's how the story ended, with me being like, oh God, this was just not a good moment for me. And I was just embarrassed. Like, it wasn't like the end of the world, because like we've just met, but I felt bad because he's a really nice person. I'm like, he's a nice human. And I was just like, well, I don't know how to deal with this, so I'm just going to leave this for a little bit. And then I get a message on Sunday, and this will just tell you how much of a better human this person is. And they're like, I've been worried that you would be feeling bad all weekend, and I just don't want you to feel bad. Like, I'm really sorry, because I feel like you have carried that with you all weekend. Everything is okay.
And what did you leave it?
I basically was like,
thanks.
I was like, this is a much better human. I think it's just like, I was looking at myself in my worst moment. I'm like, this is like a person who is just better than me.
Okay.
In this regard. We all have those moments.
We all handle things differently. Yeah. I think he probably just didn't think you'd react like that, maybe he felt really bad.
Like, I'm just going to open up my WhatsApp so you can just see how many messages I sent.
That's a blast from the past. WhatsApp. Jeff and his friends use that too. Oh yeah. We won't show his name.
No, I'm not showing you anything.
But I think
these are my.
So Sarah likes to journal a lot and write therapeutically or for work. But like, I think you're taking that and like, were you on your laptop when you wrote these?
No, I was just heated. They're like 3 screen scrolls long. This is what I mean, is you shouldn't send anything when you're drunk. But also
Lesson learned.
It's my worst self. And I just watched myself do that. And I'm surprised just at 32 that I didn't usually catch myself.
That happens. Like,
we're human.
Married. I'm in a relationship, and like when you're drinking too and over text, it's easy. You can go off and like be mad with something so stupid. But then you feel better. I feel better once I can.
Oh, I didn't feel better.
No. Because you also didn't know, like, you
we don't know. No, we also don't know each other well enough. Like, I'm like, oh, this person just thinks I'm crazy.
That's okay.
No, and I resolved that. I was like, it's okay.
Okay, so Sarah is still up for grabs if anyone is interested after.
I'm having my most humanly dating experiences. Some days are better than others.
That's okay.
Not every day is a winner. I think that's the only reason I'm sharing that. Because like, not every moment is your best moment.
No.
And we have to be okay with those too.
I haven't when I have a bad moment, not that I don't. When I have one that I want to share, I'll bring forward. Anyway, you're wearing a toque. It looks good. I'm upset our toques aren't here, Sarah.
I know. spoiler for everyone, we're getting some Rival and Queen merch. So we're getting some very cute toques, and we can't wait to show you guys.
Yeah, definitely reach out to us if you're interested, because we will hook you up.
All right, Ash.
Is it therapy? Does this feel like therapy for you?
I just feel like it was like I did a terrible job of telling that story, but it's because I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings and like say all. All right.
Well, we hope everyone enjoyed this story.
Our first go.
And our first go at Rav Queen
All Talk
edition.
Oh, Mark's so upset. Okay, the All Talk edition.
We were waiting for you to do sound effects on it, so it sounded.
There we go. The only time
you're thinking
you're
like
allowed
an
to
echo.
have a sound effect.
All Talk edition.
Now you're gonna have to cut this out, aren't you?
That's all staying.
Well, thanks for listening, guys. I hope you're having a beautiful Thursday.
We love you. Dig into that fall.
Start over there, Ash, because Sarah was still laughing.
Okay.
That's going to be a messy cut.
Okay, that's all good. Anyways, thank you so much for listening and joining us again on this Thursday. We'll be back next week with a new episode and a new interview.
And a new guest. We're so excited. Ash, this was a fun first go. We hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to give us some love,
We would appreciate that. Like, subscribe, all the things.
all the things.
Give us some love.
Tell us what you think.
Bye.
Goodbye.
No, she didn't.